Hello everybody, so today we're gonna talk about Tesla Robotaxi. In this video, I will talk about when would the Robotaxi be wide release the United States, the revenue potential, and how much you will make if your Model 3 or Model S is added to the Robotaxi service, how much you will make per year, and then what's the how much of a market cap will Tesla's Robotaxi be added to Tesla market share. Alright, so let's get started and let's get some basic facts going about the revenue potential. During the autonomy day, Elon Musk has said that Tesla will take around 25 to 30% cut of the revenue. So he also said that Model 3, Model X, and Model S will be eligible to use as Robotaxi. So if you want your car to be added to the Robotaxi, you just need to open the Tesla app and add it to the Robotaxi, and then so you can basically do everything on the the Robotaxi app. And then Elon Musk also compared the traditional car, like the one without full self-driving. So you drive about 10 to 12 hours a day, not a weekly drive. So the rest, so that's about 1.5 hours a day. So drive to work and then drive back, that's 1.5 hours. Then the rest of the time you'll be just parking on the garage or other space. Then if your car have full self-driving, then the car will be on operation around 55 hours to 60 hours a day. So that's about 8 hours a day of working time. So when your Model 3 drive you to work, then you go out to work, then your Model 3 will be driving around by itself, picking up customers and working. So the utility purpose of your car will increase by 5 times. If the utility increase, the value of your car will also increase as well. So Elon Musk said that your Model 3 could probably worth, with full self-driving, could probably worth $200,000. And another interesting note said by Elon Musk during the Autonomy Day 2019 is that he said that probably 2 years from now that Tesla can remove the steering wheel depending on regulatory approval. So what that means is that if Elon Musk believes that the steering wheel can be removed in 2 years, that means in 2022 Robotaxi will be on full-scale mass production and mass usage. So in two years, Robotaxi will be driving better or as good as humans. So that's amazing. amazing achievement that within 2 years, that Robotaxi will be better driver than me. And then toward the end of the autonomy day, Elon Musk gave out some numbers. So this will talk about the revenue potential for Robotaxi. So according to AAA, so average cost of running a car is 62 cents per mile. So that's cost of ownership, maintenance, depreciation, I think, and then average person drive about 13,500 miles per year. So 13,500 times 62 cents, and then multiply by 250 million cars. That's about $2 trillion per year revenue in the US alone. And then Elon Musk also compared the Robotaxi with Uber or Lyft, the ride-sharing company. They charge about $2 or $3 a mile. And Elon Musk said Robotaxi will cost about 18 cents per mile. And he said that per mile you will have gross profit of 65 cents. So and then Robotaxi will do about 90,000 miles a year of service to people. So that's about gross profit of $30,000. So what he is saying that if you own a Tesla with full self-driving, you can make $30,000 a year. That's gross profit. That means gross profit means revenue. So you make $10, and then your cost, and then the electricity costs like $5. So electricity cost, better example is electricity costs like $3. Then you make $7. So $7 is your gross profit. So gross profit of $30 is the cost of running Robotaxi. Like Tesla take out 30% cost, electricity cost, and then maintenance. There's will be little maintenance. So you're looking at $30,000 on gross profit. That's a salary of a Walmart manager. And Elon Musk also, they say that gasoline car used as full self-driving or Robotaxi will not work because it's not competitive, because gas is more expensive than electricity, and then there's also maintenance costs like oil change. Okay, so my estimate is that it's, since my estimate that when the Robotaxi gets released, probably this year, it will cost $1.10 per mile using the electric car. So that's about 50% cheaper than Uber and Lyft, and so that's still a lot better than Uber. But I don't think that when Tesla released the Robotaxi, it will take away the car ownership, because if you own a car, cost per mile would be 62 cents. So that's about 40%, or almost, around 40 or 50% more expensive if you just own the car outright. So don't really think Tesla will be competing on the $2 trillion dollar car revenue mileage, like the car mileage revenue market, because the cost per mile is for Robotaxi is $1.10, but if you own a car, it'd be 62 cents. So like if Tesla can bring it down cost per mile to 65 cents, that's around the cost of ownership of a car, then Tesla can go after the $2 trillion cost per mile market. What that means is that nobody will own a car, everybody will take a Robotaxi to work, or to buy groceries, or to events, or to the mall, everything else. But the Tesla need to bring the cost per mile down to 65 cents in order to work. But $1.10, that's still very, very cheap and reasonable, and very extremely competitive, because comparing to Uber and Lyft. So lastly, I'm gonna talk about the addressable market when Tesla released the ride-sharing app Robotaxi. So in the US for 2021, my estimate will be $90 billion for the ride-share market. And let's say that Tesla gets 50%. Let's do some easy math. My estimate is run down to $100 billion ride-share market, because Robotaxi is extremely cheap, $1.10 per mile, so they will take market share from the taxi market as well. So 100 billion. Let's say that Tesla takes $50 billion on the ride-sharing market, so they'll make about $50 billion gross booking revenue. And let's say that the Tesla take a 30% cut of the 50 billion, so that's around $15 billion a year. $15 billion is gross margin, so that's pure margin going to the balance sheet, and times that by 10, because it is a software revenue, so that'll be $150 billion potential market cap increase for Tesla if they can release the Robotaxi in the US. That's just the US alone. So there's Europe, probably another 100 billion. There's China, another 100 billion. Japan, Indonesia, Africa, every country. So looking at $500 billion market cap increase from the Robotaxi. So it's great potential. So if you look at it, so that's basically the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more. And my goal is to get 5 likes. If I can get 5 likes, that'd be great. Thank you.